buying a house already fixed up, or should I actually buy a house to fix up? That is a really interesting thought for most people. If you're a handy person and you feel that you can do the work yourself, you'll save a tremendous amount of money, and that's obviously a really good thing. So if you're a handy person, you don't mind painting and you don't mind putting in sinks and kitchen cabinets and bathroom tubs and hardwood floors or carpet, the cost of fixing a house up, a lot of that cost is in labor. So the product is expensive, but the labor can be super expensive. And so if you're a handy person and you feel that doing this kind of work will serve you, you don't mind doing it, it takes you a pride of ownership that you did it yourself, then buying a home and fixing it up can be a benefit to you. One of the solid things to consider when you're doing this kind of thing is you are actually making the home the way you want to make it. You're putting in the floors you want to put in. You're putting in the granite countertops that you like, or the cabinets that you like, the fixtures in it that you choose, versus let's just say you buy a house that's already fixed up, you love it, but you're not picking the flooring, you're not picking the carpet, right? So the benefit to, are you in a better situation to fix it up yourself? And the answer to that is maybe, if that kind of stuff is important to you. But if you then have to pay costs, labor costs, and things such as that, then that can actually skyrocket the value of the cost of putting that in, which might not always increase the value of the home. And that's my point today, is if you are going to do the work yourself, you can save a little money. You probably can put yourself in a pretty good financial picture if you're able to do all that work yourself, and it gets you the home you actually want yourself. Now, if you're one that says, I am not handy, and I actually want to buy a home that's already done. So let's just say somebody previous to you see a house you really like, the homeowner did that work 2 or 3 years previous, you're the new buyer, you really like the property as it sits, you are most likely going to be in a better financial position if you buy the home where somebody else absorbed the cost of putting that in, because nothing's ever dollar for dollar. You might get 10 cents on the dollar, 20 cents on the dollar, where the value, you're paying 10 or 20 cents on the dollar in that value versus absorbing 100% of that cost. So what's better? It really just depends on who you are and what you're looking for out of the house that you buy. You might be a person that says, I like doing that work. You might be a person that says, I don't like doing that work. But here's the point. If you're looking for the best value in the return of your money, buying a home that is already fixed up, if you are not the person doing the work personally, if you buy something that's 2 years old or 3 years old or even 1 year old that somebody else did, your chance of having a higher equity position in that home is greater, because it's hard to absorb all the costs of labor and product in the new home you're remodeling, which then drives up the cost, which then doesn't give you as much equity in that particular property. So I hope that this information finds everybody well, and I hope that you've learned a lot from it. I personally would love to buy a home that someone else already did the work in, that I can save 50 cents on the dollar on, or 70 cents on the dollar. I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm not that particular, but for others, they might be particular. So I hope this information has been helpful. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you guys next time.